everybody, welcome to Resin Art. So today I'm super excited to try this dragon head mold that I got. I think it came from Amazon, okay? I don't think I got this from Temu, but I will double check and let you guys know if anyone's interested in it. It is made to hold a round sphere on the top. It came with one that came in two different halves. Let me show you real quick. This is what it came with, okay? It's made to hold a sphere on the top of the head when it's all done. And what I decided to do is not use this. I decided to use my own sphere that's just a full capacity there. And what I decided to do is take one of my two little baby dragons that I had previously made that I was going to put into an egg. And I'm going to actually just put one of them into one of this little sphere, okay? And that's what my dragon, I think, is going to hold on its head, unless that looks really weird. I'm not sure yet. So I've never used this mold before. I'm super excited to try it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using some mica powders on the inside. I have not made up any resin yet. I am slowly learning to, if I'm going to use mica powders as a paint, I need to do that first because my resin gets too warm. So after thinking about the colors, I decided I'm going to use Let's Resin Golden. And then the rest of these are going to be Super Chameleon powders, shocker, huh? From Glitter and Crafts for You. And I've chosen to use Dragon's Eye, Fairy Dust, and Anaconda for my colors. And yeah, so I'm super excited to start this. So I'm going to start, first of all, with the Dragon's Eye here. I think that I'm going to be able to do this one and reach in there pretty easily and get in there. And then I've chosen the colors I'm going to do for around the eye. And then I think I might use, the rest of it might be the Anaconda green to cover the rest of my dragon, but I'm going to kind of see how that goes as I get a little closer here. There's a few spots that kind of go way down deep in there, but yeah. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, actually before I start, his eyeballs are going to be golden. But instead, but before I start that, I want to see if I can get in here and color just his little, I feel like, is that an eyeball up there? I feel like that he might have a, well, they don't have, oh, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. I feel like when I've seen other people do a dragon eye, they're not a round eyeball. They're like a reptile eye, which would make sense, right? You know what? I might have to paint that on after, because I'm not real sure how to do that in here. Okay, so in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start with my golden and shake this off really well because I really don't want it going everywhere. And then if you can see in here where his eye is, I'm going to just go ahead and paint this on. Okay, so that's all covered pretty well, as you can see in there. I'm going to do the other side. This is probably going to turn a bit bronze if I use a dark color to fill this. That's been my experience in the past with gold, is it kind of turns bronze. Boy, this thing really sticks to my mat here. That's all I'm going to do for the golden. And now I'm going to do the, see, I got the fairy dust, the dragon's eye. I think I'm going to use the dragon's eye. These are really similar colors here. Okay, these have really, really great, gosh, the best color changing in my opinion. Of course, I can't say that. I haven't tried other brands of the super mica powders, so, or the super chameleon powders. What I've got in here so far. You can see in there, just around the eye, and then I'm going to go across the bridge of the nose over here. I'm going across this little bridge of the nose and then meeting over to the other side. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for the dragon's eye. That's appropriate, huh? Okay, if you can see in here, we're doing kind of the top of the head, around the eyes, and then I want to do something different, I feel like, for that spot. Or do I? Okay, I'm going to do just some places back here on the back of his neck that I feel like would be kind of cool if they were kind of highlighted with this super mica powder, this color. Okay, you guys, so now what we're gonna do is now I'm gonna take, what did I do? Remember when I had that, that cup from when I was doing the shaking part. I had some left over and I know I saved it. What do I do with it? Okay, well, I'm not sure what I did with it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some of my anaconda, which is just like the green. This is also a super chameleon. So I'm not sure. I don't really see the color shift in this as much. Maybe it's supposed to be green and gold, maybe. I'm not sure. But I'm going to take a little bit of a bigger brush. I was going to do my shake method with this in here, but I want to make sure that I really had this covered well. With maybe somebody mentioned using saran wrap or something, which is a brilliant idea. What do you think? Should I try the shaking method? Maybe I could just use, I don't have saran wrap in here, but I do have this. Gosh, that feels like that would stick pretty well. Let's go ahead and try it, okay? Maybe this is crazy. I don't know. Let's go ahead and try it. I'm going to just pour some in here. You know, there's not a whole lot that comes with this anyway, so I don't want to waste any. None whatsoever. But I've got a piece of stuff on here. I have a pretty good seal, looks like. So now I'm just going to give it a good shake, okay? Okay, now I'm going to put my mask on real quick before I take this off in case they're blowing around in there. Hopefully you'll still be able to hear me, okay? Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Gosh. So this is a different kind of stuff. It's really not, it's kind of just like sticking to the sides like there's static electricity. So I'm going to go ahead and help this out by just going ahead and painting it on there. And then we'll shake it out as normal. I mean, it might work better after I've used this a couple times. I do see where it did get into some of the crevices that would have been kind of hard to get into. So that's good. Here. Okay, everything's pretty well covered, looks like. I'll clean my brushes real quick. Okay, so here is the inside of our dragon head. Most of it's green, that anaconda green. Hopefully the super chameleons in the fairy dust and dragon's eye will show up well around the eye. I'm really not sure what to expect, but I'm super excited to see how this is going to turn out in the end. And yeah, yep, hopefully it will turn out really cool. All right, you guys, I'm going to mix up some resin, and when it's all ready to pour, I will be back. I think I lost you there for part of that. I'm not sure what you missed. I'll have to go back and look, but yeah, if I forgot to push record, then I'm sorry about that. I've mixed up some black resin, or some resin, and I've mixed it with India ink. Since this is kind of a big project, I decided not to use my mica powder. Okay, I can color it a lot quicker and make it really opaque just using the India ink, and I usually get great results with that too. So what I've done is I just now started pouring some here into the head, and I'm tilting it a bit so that I can get down into these little horns down at the bottom. And once I feel like those are pretty well filled, I'm going to then flatten out my head here a bit. But one nice thing about these molds is that you can kind of see, I don't know if you can tell, but you can see the black coming down in through there. So that kind of helps me know that I got where I needed to be. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and pour all 6 ounces. And then I'm going to sit this in front of my air purifier. It really blows out cold air. So I don't want to flash cure, but this could maybe just help it slow the curing process down just a bit with the cold air blowing on it. It won't prevent it curing by any means, and it may not even prevent you getting a flash cure. My fan on my air purifier is pretty strong, and it blows out pretty cold. So okay, so that filled it about, I want to say maybe about 3/4 of the way. Okay, so I'm going to go move this over. I'm going to mix up some more resin to start on my baby dragon ball, and spray just lightly alcohol in here. I don't want it to take off my sides, and it's not going to matter too much anyway. You're not going to see the bubbles. So okay, I'm going to move this over to my curing rack. I'm going to mix up more resin, and I'll be back for the next step. See you then. Okay everybody, welcome back. So our dragon head here, what we've got in here is completely cured. There was absolutely no problems with any kind of flash cure or anything. So I am going to go ahead and mix up some more black. And I've got about, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe 3 ounces in here. So I'm thinking 3.5. And I don't know if that's going to be quite enough in there. Okay, so I just added just a bit more. Or same, using my India ink, my black India ink from Handy Art. It's black velvet, and it's one of my favorites. Spray that in there. Oh, I don't want to do too much in there. Almost forgot I had those mica powders in there on the sides. Oh gosh, this mold is this one sticks to everything. Okay, go ahead and pour it in. Kind of hoping that my resin has not been made up for very long, so it's still pretty thin. There shouldn't be any trouble getting it into all the little places it needs to go. And oh my gosh, you guys, good thing I didn't mix up any more than that. That is going to be just enough with just a little tiny bit left over. So that's great. Okay. That's kind of what I was hoping for, because I didn't want to use all of that resin that I had made up just for that. So I'm going to give it a quick spray. Okay, and now we're going to work on our dragon egg. So this little dragon is going to be mostly, let me make sure this is clean. This dragon in here is going to be mostly green, that anaconda green. So I was thinking maybe of doing the baby. Gosh, I do have a couple little things in here. I kind of wish I had one size smaller of this ball, and I think I do, but I'm pretty sure that I ripped part of the seam. This will be too big. Hang on just a second. Let me see if I can find my little smaller, my one size smaller on that. Okay, well, this is the one that's one size smaller, which I think is probably closer to the size of this one here that it came with. Okay, but I don't think my little dragon's not going to fit in this. I don't think I can get his whole self in there. Well, is it terrible to stretch this out and see if I can fit this dragon in here? No wonder I rip out the seams of things, huh? Let's see. Let's see if you can get in there or not. It looks like it might fit, but maybe, let's see. I'm not sure how rounded it would be. Hang on just a second here. Let's see here. Nah, you know what? I don't want to force that in there, so maybe I'll do something different with that, okay? But for right now, we are going to use this one because I know he'll fit in this one. And I'm hoping that that pinkish purple doesn't come off. I've used it a few times since that color, and I haven't had any trouble with it coming off. So we should be good, I'm hoping. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and spray the inside of my mold. And gosh, do we want him in there just by himself, or do we want like any kind of like stardust kind of something in there? What about just a tiny bit of this gold glitter in there with him? It's really extra fine. So just a little? Is that too much? Shoot, I don't know. I'm always adding stuff. I'm always adding glitter and stuff, and then I don't know. Sometimes just having a clear thing is okay, right? I have to keep reminding myself I don't always have to have glitter or bling or something in everything. Sometimes it's just too much. And this might be the case with this. But, you know, I don't know. I just thought he needed something, right? He's kind of a translucent little baby dragon. But yeah, I think it'll be all right. So this will be right side up. I don't really know that it's going to matter a whole lot. All the glitter's going to sink, isn't it? Well, right now it's floating to the top. So if it continues to do that, that would actually be a good thing. Because then all the glitter would be at the bottom, which would be better than what I'm thinking is going to happen right now. Okay, so these orbs that I get comes in a big pack of, I want to say like 6 or 8 different sizes, and the openings at the top really are stretchy. I'm gonna knock that dragon over, aren't I? Then I'm gonna have black resin going everywhere. I'm not careful. Okay, get him in there. I know this one will fit. There we go. Okay, so he's in there. And so this is supposed to be the bottom, right? So do we care which way he's going? Probably not really. I really don't care. This might be actually easier than the egg, the actual egg that those little baby dragons come with. You know, he kind of just fits in this one. So let's go ahead and pour this glitter in. Really don't have to do anything with him as far as like trying to have him hang from anything. Let's see, let's do a little alcohol. Oops, I think I need to refill my bottle. And keep going. Yeah, I kind of think I went a little heavy-handed on the glitter, not gonna lie. I really wish I would have maybe either not done it at all or gone lots less. Oh my gosh, you guys. Am I going to be that lucky where I'm going to have exactly enough in this project for both the dragon and this little egg? Oh my gosh, look at that. What are the chances of that happening? Not real great for me usually. Usually I'm either got way too much or I'm having to make up more. But yeah. So when we take this out, let's see here. Yeah, I don't see any bubbles in there with it, but you know what? There's so much glitter in there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think this will be okay. So when this is laying, this will be the bottom, right? So then it'll look like he's laying on his back. Let's see if I can show you. This is all you can see so far. But yeah, don't yell at me about the glitter. I already know I overdid it. But yeah, so this was kind of a thicker pour. I poured the whole thing into that thing that's probably 2.5 inches tall, I would say. So I'm gonna go put it on my carrying rack and turn on my my fan so that this kind of can get some, so I can kind of slow down the curing on it. And hopefully some more. I see some bubbles in there, and I think my dragon's kind of trapped some bubbles in there. But you know, it's supposed to be a baby, so I don't think I really care about the bubbles right now. All right, now I'm just rambling. Okay, you guys, I will see you after a while when both of these things are cured, and I'm so excited to unmold them, and then hopefully we can figure out a way to paint that dragon eye to actually make it look like a dragon eye. I'll have to do some research on that because I have no idea how to do that. So, all right, I will see you all in a while. Hello everybody, I'm back and I am ready to demold our dragon head here and the little kind of cheater egg that we did that this dragon's made to sit a ball on top of its head. So anyway, without any further ado, I'm excited to see how this turned out. Hopefully getting it out of the mold, we won't scratch off too much of the mica powders. See, I've got just a bit of overage here. Just peels right off. This, I really like these kind of molds, you know, they're really flexible and usually pretty easy to get things out of here. I'm gonna try to just kind of go slow. Oops. Oh my gosh, I can already tell I'm gonna love this color. Love it, love it. This is the The green is the anaconda. And then around the eyes, we use the dragon's eye. Okay, wow. Okay, you guys. Oh my gosh, he's coming out of there. Don't want to rip my mold, but there's no reason to use any kind of spray in here because it wouldn't help. Okay, here he comes out of here. Okay, it wasn't too bad getting it out. I was just trying to be kind of careful with the mica powders. Okay, gosh, here he is. Oh my gosh, wow. Wow. What do you guys think about that? Holy cow. Here's the little place here that holds the egg. This egg might be big, I don't know, we'll see. But oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. I mean, I cannot even get over the colors and the way we chose to do it, which was kind of blind, really. I was just kind of putting my paintbrush in there and kind of doing some of the edges just really lightly. And then the rest of it just was the anaconda green. Gosh, my gosh, what do you think? So now, oh my gosh, I love it. I just absolutely love how that turned out. So now I got to figure out how to do that eye. Oh gosh, yeah, I'll have to look into that more in just a bit, but I put that little bit of like dragon's eye down into some of these little pointed parts down in that mold, not even knowing what it was going to actually be. But now I can see that it was actually kind of in the perfect places just to add a little bit of highlight. But that is amazing. Really, really amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't even get enough of that. What a fun mold to do. Gosh, I even see I could have done even more here. We could go in and like paint some of these teeth. And the horns if we really wanted to. But you know, I don't see any bubbles anywhere. I don't see any parts that we missed because of bubbles. Okay, there's one tiny little dot of a bubble right there, but you don't even see it. It doesn't affect the shape of this at all. Wow. Okay, so now let's take this little baby dragon egg out of this mold here and see if this will even work for this, or if the glitter is so overpowering that I just need to do something different, because I'm thinking that that is a possibility. Let's see. I do have a little bit of water in here. Okay, I'm just going to try just a bit of water, and been kind of not doing the alcohol. As I've said, it just really kind of leaves my resin piece kind of sticky, and then I feel like once that alcohol gets on there, it's actually really kind of hard to get it. It's kind of hard to get it back off. It's kind of too late, especially if your resin is freshly cured. What did I do with my paper towels? I don't know, but here's one. All right, get this down inside here. Pour that out. Oops, there we went. Okay. Dry this off a bit. Yeah, it's much nicer using the water. Gosh, it just like dries off really well. Okay. So, oh my gosh. So, to be honest, I'm not really sure what we're looking at. That putting this in the ball really distorted the dragon. I mean, like a lot. So here is the other little purple dragon that I did, and I wasn't sure which one I wanted to put in this, but as you can see, it's shaped about, let me turn this around. I laid it in there like this. And look how distorted it is in here. You can't even tell what it was. That is just crazy. I actually don't even know. I don't even know what I think about this. Really. I mean, I don't, it looks like it's, I mean, I know, you know, science and everything, but what the heck? It's like completely flat. It looks completely flat in there, and it was indeed this size when I put it in. So that's a little crazy. Really, really crazy looking. I was not expecting this at all. Not even at all. I don't know how that disappeared in there. I mean, it's resin. These have been cured for, shoot, months. This one and this little green one. So if anybody is really science savvy, and if you have any ideas of what happened here, I would love to hear it, because I have no idea what happened. None. This is just the last thing I expected to see. I'm not sure. Anyway, I guess we'll see if this fits on here. Oh gosh, which it does. Okay, so we could still use this. It would have gone like this, because the baby's tail is supposedly right here. You guys, I mean, what the heck? I'm sorry to keep bringing this up, but what the heck? I cannot get over this. I don't know what happened. It's like it's flat. It's like the whole dragon, the baby dragon, was full of air and then just went flat. I don't know what, I have no words. Well, I guess I do have words, but I mean, even the glitter wouldn't make it look like this. But anyway, yeah, so it would sit on here like that, which actually the colors work pretty well together, I think. And actually the size of the orb works pretty well too. Okay, well, I gotta say, even though I'm totally amazed and partly creeped out by this, this is so cool. So cool. So now the only thing we have left to do is figure out what to do with those eyes. But see, they have round. They don't have those long, like a reptile looking eyes. This actually looks like it has like, I don't know, like an eyeball. Do I just go in and maybe paint that black? Oh dear. Okay, well, I gotta figure this out, and then I will let you know, and I'll come back and we'll finish this up, okay? I'll see you in just a bit. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to attempt to do this yellow on this eye. I did gold mica powders in there before, but I think with the black, it's not quite as bright as what I was wanting it to be. So I'm gonna see how this pen will do. It's one of these new markers I got. Oh, it looks like it's working okay. It's kind of making this a little bit brighter. Made it just a bit brighter. I don't know if you can really tell. And then I think I want to take this pen and then make his eye go like this. kind of like that. What do you think? I just couldn't do a normal eyeball. It didn't look right. I don't know if this is going to look right either. Well, that doesn't really look right either. Let me see if I can take off just that little bit there. Get a bit of alcohol ink. I always say that. Just a bit of alcohol. I'm going to see if I can just take off that part on the bottom here. Yeah. Yep, that came off. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to color in his little eyeball there. Okay, there. It's probably a bit better. Let's see his little black eye there. I definitely need to put my glasses on. There's like a whole part right here. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do with this part. Well, all right. Well, I think that looks pretty good actually for now. Yeah. And there's this these paint markers that I have give it a shiny, has a shiny glossy finish on the eyeball. And then if there's something I'm supposed to do under this part or down below, the pictures they had of this on Amazon, gosh, did not do it justice at all. So I guess I'm just going to be happy that he's got some eyes right now. And then maybe if any of you have ideas of what I should do with that, actually my daughter is really artistic that way. Maybe I can ask her, but gosh, yeah, definitely need something more on the eye, but I don't even know if you notice because the rest of it is so cool. So cool. So, do I need to do anything on the teeth? I could do a gold or a silver, but you know, I don't think I'm gonna do anything with it right now. I think it's already looks really cool the way it is. And yeah, I mean, maybe if anybody in the comments wants to say, yeah, you should paint, you know, some of those gold or white. No, I think white would stand out too much. I mean, I guess if I did the teeth gold, I'd have to come and do the veining on these too. So I think I'm going to leave it at this, you guys. I really love it. It is amazing. This is definitely something where I think less is more. What we did is great. This is weird, and I definitely would like to know what you guys all think about this. Seriously. And fits great on top of the head. So yeah. All right. Thanks everybody so much for joining me. I hope you had fun making this dragon head with me, and let me know your ideas of what I could have done differently with those eyes and things, okay? I'd love to know. All right. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys all next time.